You're listening to the Profit Connections podcast. Entrepreneurs and franchise owners, you'll want to tune in. If you're looking to create a rock-solid business, sick of being stuck on the plateau, and ready to kick it up more than just a notch, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Sharon Galluzzo, and I believe in unleashing your full potential to create resilient, successful businesses that in turn make significant positive impacts in our world. Welcome to the Profit Connections podcast. Welcome to the Profit Connections podcast. I'm so glad that you're here. And I have a very special treat for you today because our guest is phenomenal. She is amazing on every level, and I'm just really excited to have her here. Her name is Monique McDonald, and she is an award-winning Grammy-nominated opera singer, international speaker, and life coach. And through her mastermind and signature courses, Monique inspires speakers and entrepreneurs to craft their signature talk, unleash their stage presence, and turn their voice into their superpower. Everybody, welcome Monique McDonald. Say hello, Monique.
Hello, Sharon. I'm so excited to be here with you today.
I have to tell everyone I am a super fangirl of Monique. So yeah, she's simply amazing. And what I love about her is not just her personality and her joy and the absolute connection that she brings to everything. And you know, here at Profit Connections, we are about the connection, right? It's not just me in my little office on my little all alone business island. If it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to build a business. And we are all connected. And so that's one of the things that I love about Monique is her heart of really connecting everyone and connecting to and being present with. And it's a really powerful lesson as business owners that you can learn just by being in Monique's presence. And she has a lot of really cool things to share with us today. So she has given me free reign. So first of all, Monique, I want you to talk a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit more about your background and how you got to be where you are now.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for that. I think you're amazing. And so it's a lot of fun to hug you and connect with you. So I appreciate that you see that. It is something that means a lot to me. Deep connection is one of my highest values. So I appreciate that you noticed that. So how did this all start? Well, I was singing all over the world, living my dream. I had wanted to be a singer since I was a little girl. And my mother was my voice teacher. And I'm an only child. And she was, that person that believes in you when you stop believing in yourself and you're like, am I really supposed to be doing that? She was not a stage mother, but she was really fully present and holding my dreams for me when I couldn't. And she, before there was Zoom, there was Skype.
Mm-hmm.
And right. And I was working all over the world, and wherever I was, she would warm me up before my performances, and we would have these amazing sessions working on whatever role I was working on, the trouble spots before I went and sang the rehearsal or the performance. And she would always end the session by saying, and remember, when you sing, God smiles. I know, right? I know.
Wow.
I know.
Wow. I just want to acknowledge to have someone in your life that holds your dreams for you and lifts you up whenever you get low and discouraged. What a powerful, magnificent gift that your mother gave to you. Wow. That's and explains so much of who you are and why you are the way that you are. I love that. That's so, so beautiful. And there are a lot of us who don't have that person that's there to hold dreams with us and to dream with us and help us
through the rough patches. So that's why we have the community. It might not be your
Absolutely.
mom. It might not be your spouse. It might not be your best friend. And that's why we're a community, because there is someone out there to
Absolutely.
do that with you.
Exactly. And that's what I do for my clients and my partners and anybody really, because it means so much, because it's a lot. It's a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And sometimes it becomes a little too heavy to carry. So
Yes.
it's good to have someone. So I was I had I was in the middle of a production and I got the call that my mother had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and had been given 6 months to live. And I stopped everything to go home and take care of mom, because that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
And she died 6 months later, almost to the day.
Wow.
And Sharon, it was a very, very dark time. I I really struggled with wanting to be wherever she was and not wanting to be here. And she was so much a part of my life. And I'm an only child and I have no children. So the loss was so big. And I lost myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was my tether. And the other thing was singing. And I just didn't want to do it without her. She was so much a part of my journey. And I just didn't want to continue it without her. So I lost both my singing, which was my identity, and my mom, who, was my everything. It was dark. It was very dark days. And um, Netflix became my drug of choice. And I was flipping through Netflix one day and I came across Tony Robbins' documentary, I'm Not Your Guru.
Hmm.
And this was probably about a year and a half, maybe almost 2 years after mom died.
Mm-hmm.
And two things happened to me that day. First, I found out that there was a training center that he had where he trained people to coach and coach his particular way of coaching, which was called strategic intervention.
Mm-hmm.
And I signed up right away because I just loved how he helped, not only that he helped people, but how he helped people. Um, and then there was this segment where he was having a lot of vocal issues and couldn't be on stage for an hour, more than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was doing some vocal exercises. And I thought to myself, okay, that's good information. However, I'm an opera singer and I sing in theaters of 1,000 seats or more with no microphone and no amplification. So I have better information. And then it
Absolutely.
occurred to me, what if I get to the next Tony Robbins? What if I get to the next person that has a big message for the world? And I show them how to speak according to the laws of nature, how to take care of their voice so they can speak for as long as they want to, and with as much strength and power as they need to. And what if I take the 25 years of my experience of being on stages and I share my secrets about how I'm able to be on stage and be seen and heard and still remain authentic and speak and sing from my heart. And that got me out of bed, Sharon.
Oh, your why. It's so often that we talk here on this podcast about how important that why is. You lost your why and your center and everything, and then could take that gift that you had been given by your mother the skill that you had honed over years, and then be able to turn that into a reason to get out of bed. That's so, so beautiful. I love that.
Thanks.
And I love that you are talking about, and I will, as an actor, this is what we call your instrument. Your body and your voice is your instrument. So that's a lingo term. If I say your instrument,
absolutely, I love it.
So your instrument is really important, and I think that it's becoming way more popular, and we haven't actually talked about it on this podcast yet, so we will today, about how speaking, no matter what you do, you could be a plumber, you could be the guy that runs the video through the plumbing system to videotape. I mean, I know this is a real job. You could be the woman who makes headliners to go in cars. Also a real job. You could do anything. You can make your business stronger and better if you stand in front of people and talk to them, speak to them, talk to them about how you can solve their problems. And the number one fear of human beings is what?
Public speaking.
Public speaking, right? So if you could, if you could take that really, first of all, I want you to talk about the importance of speaking to build your business, and then talk about what you do and how you can help a business owner create an environment where they are actually, they're not burning out their voice. They're able to stand with confidence, and they're able to do all of the things that you just described that you're able to do.
Well, thank you. This is my passion now. So it's kind of just so exciting to be able to talk about it, especially to your audience. Most people are catching on, but I still don't think they really get it. That Tony Robbins, you name anybody that has inspired you or that is successful right now, they are successful not because of what they do or what they bring to the world, but because they are speakers. And so as a business owner right now, it is just a fact that speaking is the fastest path to cash and the fastest path to growing your business exponentially. Because the more that you are seen and heard, the more you are top of mind, the more it increases your know, like, and trust factor, the more you are showing up as an expert and a leader in your field, the more credibility you have. When you're sharing stages with very big entrepreneurs, which happens a lot when you're speaking on in person. I can't believe some of the people I've shared stages with that are just big names in the business, and I'm not going to name drop, but every time I speak, I'm sharing the stage with somebody else that I really looked up to, so it not only grows your business, it grows you, because the microphone is the great amplifier of your voice and also all your stuff.
Yes. And you don't want to be the best kept secret. And there's so much noise out there, and you might be going, oh, everybody, it doesn't matter. The person who so when my husband and I had our brick and mortar business, we had a whole conversation. He would about getting clients, and he would say, oh, I lost that job. And I would say to him, we're going to do business with the people that we're supposed to do business with. I firmly believe you did not lose that job. That wasn't our job to have. So, know that you're going to get those people. However, if they can't find you, they will not come to you. You cannot be the best kept secret. You can't be the best at what you do, and nobody knows Nobody knows about you. And there are so many outlets to get your voice out there, that you can do social media, you can speak on stages, you can do all kinds of stuff, you can do webinars, you can do so many things to get your visibility out there. And you might still be sitting there going, I am afraid to speak in front of people. And that's why we have Monique.
That's why, yes. And that is actually one of my specialties, because here's the thing. When you understand that speaking is all the things we just discussed, everybody's like, give me a stage. I want to become more visible so the people that need me can find me. However, most speaker trainers are not talking about the fact that visibility is a double-edged sword. So although we say we want visibility, most people haven't prepared to be seen and heard. And so they either show up in one of two ways. They shrink away, so that, and that absolutely affects their voice, by the way, so that they're afraid of being too big. So they make themselves smaller, which is what a lot of people have done because of their life experiences, right? Or the opposite of that, where they're performing and they're bigger than life and nothing they say sounds authentic at all. It's all a big performance. And so what I help my clients understand is that it's about biology, actually. Because if you look at our human history, the most dangerous place to be is apart from the herd. That's where you're going to get killed. That is where all the worst things that could happen to you happen, is when you are not with the rest of your tribe. And we carry that in our DNA. So even though we want to be seen and heard with our minds and our understanding, our bodies aren't always on board.
That is such a great point. That's really very, yeah, because we want to be out there, but that means we're out there. That means we're outside of the herd. That means danger. So how can we bridge that gap?
Well, that's something that I work very closely with my clients about. There are many different things. And in fact, I have a gift for your listeners. Ooh. That I just created. It's hot off the press. And because I love helping my clients with this, it's a bundle, and it's going to be coming to you in emails for about 10 days. Mm-hmm. Little. They are simple, but they're very powerful exercises to get ready to be seen and heard as a speaker. And it's called the Magnetic Speaker Visibility Kit. So I'm going to drop it in the chat for you. And there are many ways to do it. I'm going to share with you one of my favorites. I call it the ABCs of magnetism.
Let's hear it. ABC. It's just
ABC. A, adjust your thoughts. What are you thinking when you step out, when you're about to step out in front of people? What are you thinking? One of my favorite things that I do is I start thinking about gratitude, about love, and about being of service. Those are the states of mind, or the thought atmosphere that you want to create for yourself, because that raises your vibration the quickest.
As opposed to, oh my gosh, I'm going out here, I'm nervous, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say.
Exactly. Yes. Oh, my PowerPoint isn't good. What are they, all the things that, and you know who you are, and you know what those thoughts are. No judgment.
No.
But know that you decide what you think.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that, Sharon. Most people feel victim to their thoughts. B, breathe. When you do deep belly breathing, as I had to learn as an opera singer, that deep belly breathing not only sets up expansion within you and your body, it also sends the message to your diaphragm and your nervous system that you are safe.
I like that.
Yes. And C, connect to the part of you that is divine power, that acts as a natural magnet to those who need your expertise.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh, there is so much value. You might have to listen to this one 2 or 3 times. Oh, thank you so much, Monique. You are a powerhouse, and you are like, she is the most chill powerhouse I think I've ever met. She just is zen, and she's amazing. So thank you.
I think you're amazing, Sharon. And I really want to thank you for your voice and your courage and the way that you help and serve your community. Abundance is one of the greatest messages because money is energy, right?
Right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you everyone for listening. Just so you know that what we're going to do is we're going to put Monique's amazing gift, 10 days, 10 amazing days to get yourself ready. Oh, this is beautiful. We're going to put it into the show notes. We're also going to put it into our community, which is profitconnectors.club. That's profitconnectors.club, because you are our profit connectors. And inside you will find Monique's information, how to contact her, her bio, her gift, all of those amazing things out, how you can be in her community. And also all of our other episodes and gifts from our other speakers. That'll all be in the profitconnectors.club portal. It's free to join. You can just jump in there and get all of that information. And I thank you so much for listening. Monique, thank you for being here. This has been enlightening and connected and full of love. And I just appreciate you tremendously.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Hey, Profit Connectors, that's it for another Profit Connections podcast. If you're ready to make moves and connections that take your business to the next level and get your gifts and resources, head over to the website profitconnectors.club. That's profitconnectors.club, and get your goodies right now.